I've owned this 2017 Focus ST for just about a day now, and I haven't put too many miles on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and give you my first initial thoughts of it and my first few miles of driving it, what I like, what I don't like, and then eventually my next video about this will be maybe a month in or a week in, and I'll see if my thoughts have changed or if they're the same about it, over driving it a little bit longer. So starting off, I wanna let you know that I'm getting into this car from a 1997 Ford Ranger. So my thoughts might be different than someone who already has a newer car that's getting into this car or wants to buy this car. I just want to let you know that right off the bat, that a lot of simple things are going to impress me, even if it's just a normal thing for newer cars, because I've never driven a car this new. This is the newest, least amount of miles car I've ever purchased. So I just want to let you know that some of my opinions might be a little different than yours depending on what cars you're used to or how new of vehicles you're used to. But anyways, let's get right into the things I like and don't like about this car so far. So the first thing I noticed right when I got in it, right when I test drove it for the first time, is how tight and responsive everything in the car feels. The steering, the shifting, the brake, the gas, the clutch, everything about it seems really precise and really tuned in. The clutch, it's pretty soft, it's not too bad. It's really easy to get into, which is another thing. If you're a beginner driver, if you've never driven stick before, it's a really simple car to get into and to be able to drive. Another thing that I personally really like about this car is the keyless entry and just the whole key fob and that type of system. I've never really had a car that even locks before. I've never had a key fob or anything like that, and especially having one that has the keyless entry, it has push button start. It's a lot simpler. It's something to get used to, but it's a lot simpler. I can just pull out the key fob. I don't even have to take it out of my pocket. I can walk up to the car. It's automatically unlocked when it senses I'm near it. And I just leave the key fob in my pocket, start the engine up. I never have to take it out of my pocket until I get out to lock the car. So that's really nice. It's really intuitive and really simple, just to not have to really rely on the key as much and just leaving it in your pocket, so you don't have to worry about losing it or anything like that. Another thing that I love about this car is just the entire steering wheel, all the controls on it, how the steering wheel itself feels. I think it's a really good steering wheel. All the controls on it are really intuitive, and it's right there for your thumbs to press. Cruise control, volume, change the song. You can do voice control, and then also like scrolling through the menu. It's really nice, really simple, and it's all just right there, right in front of you for your fingers to press, not be too distracted while driving. As well as the nice leather on the steering wheel. It's really cushy, really comfy. My hands do get a little sweaty when on the leather, but it's nothing that I can't deal with, especially because of how nice the steering wheel itself is. And yeah, I really love the steering wheel in this car. And going along with the steering wheel controls and whatnot, the screen that's on the dash that has all the menu systems, it shows all the information about the car on it. I really love that as well. It's nice having that, especially just showing your speed right there, or miles per gallon or anything like that. It's really nice having it directly in front of you, just to look at and just glance down real quick while you're driving. I've almost all the time just have the speed right there, just because it's a lot simpler to see a digital speed. I can set the cruise control and whatever, rather than kind of looking at the gauge that's kind of small and in the corner there. It's a lot easier to look directly at this screen right in the center. So something else I'm going to touch on real quick, but I can't give a very in-depth thought about this as of right now because I've only driven it for about a day. But it's the comfort of the car. It feels really comfortable. There's arm room, there's leg room. The seats are nice and comfortable. I got the cloth seats, so I do have the ST1. And they're really comfortable seats. They're not heated, they're not power or any of that, but they do move up and down as well as all the other basic controls that you'd expect. And everything about this, it really is comfortable just to drive. You can rest your arm on the armrest and rest your other arm right here. The shifter's in a good spot, really comfortable spot. Everything about it is really just comfortable for the driver. I don't know as much about the rear seats or the passenger seat. I'm sure the passenger seat's gonna be about the same. But anything else like that, I don't know full in-depth right now, and also maybe long-term comfortability if you're going on 3-hour road trips and whatnot. I will know about that soon because I'm going on a little bit of a road trip in a couple weeks here. So that'll probably be in my next video of the 1 month or whatever it's going to be of driving the ST. But as of the first day driving, it's really comfortable and really nice just to sit in and drive. So the first thing that I don't really like about this, and that's kind of it bugs me a little bit about this car, is there's not any like good spot to put a phone while you're driving. There's cup holders and a little slot up in front of the shifter, but cup holders, I mean, if there's 2 cups in there, you obviously can't put your phone in those. And that slot in front of the shifter really isn't big enough to fit any phone that's decently big, unless you have like an iPhone 5 or something. But my Pixel 3 XL, it doesn't really fit in there that well, and if I put it in a certain direction, you know, my shifter's gonna hit it and it'll just slide out really easy when I accelerate. So there's not any really good spots to set your phone down while you're driving. And the only other thing that really bugs me about this car after driving it for a day is that the blinker and the windshield wiper, the stalks, they're really high up compared to what I'm used to in my other vehicles. And it's something that obviously I'm going to get used to, but just off the bat, they seem really high up, so I have to move my hands up, and it just feels a little bit out of place to hit the blinker or the windshield wiper stalks on this. It's something that I'm going to get used to, and if you drive a vehicle that already has them up high like this, it's going to be no difference. Or if this is your first vehicle, it's just going to be second nature to you. But coming from other vehicles that have, you know, different looking kind of lower down stalks for the blinkers and whatnot, it's a little bit of a different feeling, a little bit weird, something I'm going to get used to eventually. But that's something else that kind of just bugs me right off the bat about this car, which isn't a bad thing or a good thing. It's really just preference, but for me it just kind of seems weird how high up they are on the steering wheel. Alright, so for first thoughts about this vehicle, those are kind of the main things that come to my mind as of the first day of driving it, just putting the first couple miles on it. Those are the things that kind of bug me and that I love about this car so far. Obviously it's nothing crazy right now, but in my next videos I will get more in depth about other things that I noticed after driving it longer. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you have a Focus ST and what year you have in the comments, or if you're planning on getting one. I think it's a great car so far. I definitely recommend it as of right now. But I will have more videos in the future about this car, you know, whatever mods I end up doing to it, or long-term reviews of it. So make sure you subscribe and also check out my other videos. I do a lot of random different stuff on this channel. Basically whatever I feel like doing, I'll just film it and put it up for you guys, for your entertainment and for mine. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Well, I was about to start shooting B-roll for this video and it started pouring, so that'll have to wait, I guess. But maybe it's a good time for the first drive in the rain. I guess we'll see how that goes.